I find the killing of this congregant of Prince of Peace in Los Angeles was a kind of tragedy. Anytime somebody dies, it's bad news. However, I'm wondering how he could have died. Now, he's a member of the church. So God knew that he was going to kill. So he's trying to tell me that God never talked to him and say, don't go, don't go, don't go. This is a dangerous situation. Well, maybe he wasn't listening. But that is what happens, see? Plus, we have history in LA where people who try to talk to taggers normally get killed. The guys are armed. And what he should have done is call the police. Stay far, you got a cell phone, call the cops, and get him arrested. Now, there was this guy who was a gangbanger, and he decided to change his life around, I understand, and states and cities like that. But especially in LA, where they know that, and it's established that criminals are mentally ill, I don't see why they'll even reward such a person with high position and trust and so on. Number one, you can't believe them, okay? Because some of them doing the same thing in private now. But he had himself a girlfriend, and she has a car, or he bought a car, and she has a good job, and I'm sure she went to university and so on. Now, instead he go to university and try to get his mind and his medication right and take care of his business. He's gone out now trying to stop guys that are doing graffiti. Now, he forgot already. He's feeling like, oh, I'm a big shot. I'm a middle class guy. I'm good. And he forgot how gangbangers operate. So he should have known, maybe as a felon too, because I don't know if they pardon him and throw his felonies of such that he can't have a gun, but he's supposed to be walking with a gun. You know what the deal is. And, when you're approaching a guy like that, first of all, he shouldn't worry about it. But if he's going, he has to have his hand on his gun, and maybe it's in his back or something like that. Say, hey, man, what's up, man? Look, I don't want you to be graffiti this place, man. You got to go. And if you see him fumbling his thing, you take out yours and you put it in one. Then if he's smart, he will try to go for the game. Just put his hand up. Put your hand up. Turn around. Let me take that gun. Just go from there, man. Throw his paint in the garbage or something like that. But you just can't go with no gun and talk to this man. I mean, you could have a knife. You could get a stick. You could throw the paint in here. You could do a lot of stuff. And the guy shot him. He died. So his girlfriend has to go on again. He's dead. So he escaped being killed while he was a gangbanger. And now he become a so-called peace crusader. He ended up getting shot by some tagger. So this guy in the Prince of Peace. And, I'm just wondering whether a church where God truly is, whether people could go and put graffiti there. Because God could change the minds of people. They wouldn't even think about that. And the pastor, there's someone, the mind's attracted somewhere else. They won't go and put no tagging on a real church building where God is. Because, try this here. If you were to be blindfolded, taken to a silent place, old people's home, school, the party hall, the bar, cinema, police station, jail, so many different places, and taken to church, you're supposed to feel a difference. You're supposed to feel, a difference, a kind of different breeze blowing in there, the angels brushing against you and so on, because where God's house is, he has his soldiers there, his angels around protecting, and in that place, creating amongst the brethren, they worship in that love and that thing that, we talk about in scriptures. And so, I recall I was riding through Oakland once, and I'm going on this one-way street, and I saw a building, and to me it looked very dark. So I turned back and, I didn't turn back, couldn't, it was one way and I was busy. So the next time I passed through the area, I remember I parked my van and I go and explore it. And guess what? It's a yoga center. Now, this yoga thing comes from India, and just like karate, there's the physical exercise. But when you get into that, then you start reading about them yoga shogi man and all them kind of Buddhist guys and so on. And you tend to get into that religion. And the place where that thing goes on, the same thing that happens, demons are wrong, okay? And so you could see it. It's a dark place. It's a place that you don't want to go, all right? I won't want to go in there because it's dark. It's evil there. Satan is right there, man. And you pass by church, it's different. It's like, you see a light, you see a brightness, there's a beckoning, come in, man, you're getting invited by something there. Something like when I saw Obama. You're going to see it around the man. It's not anything dark, but you can see something like it's church. Like God is saying, pointing this man and saying, yeah, this man, and thumbs up, you know. So if you have that kind of perception, then you just fall in line and you just try to see how you could contribute to the process or whatever. So this guy that gone and get shot, I mean, poor guy. You know, if you have to protect your church, you're in trouble, man. I see a lot of churches that have security guard and so on. Well, of course, in the Temple of Israel, we had people with swords that are around. And I guess it was to protect you for them, for their own good. Because they go in there unadvisedly, they'll be killed by God anyway. So it's the same, man. You can't go in there, bro. You're going to die. And instead of disrupting things, let me take you out here, let me kill you out here if you're playing stupid. But it's not to say they want to protect the people. Nobody could run in the temple and do what they want. We see where I know the Romans used to buy the office of high priest or influence it profoundly, get their people in. But that's why they used to wear bells around the feet, because when the bells stop ringing, you know the man is dead. And that rope around his foot, you pull him out. And people at Rome put in high priests. I'm sure they never used to go into the temple high place, to the most holy place, because they will die, and they know it too. And church is not just a game; it's a serious business. And if you're going to start something without God's help or whatever, man, you're in some serious problems. You've got to be working so hard. But if it's a God thing and He invites you to go ahead with it, it's going to be easy pickings. Okay? Again, like Obama, I mean, if he was saying, I think I could be president, I could get me some money and some nice job or whatever. It's hard. But when God said, come, I think you could work with me and I could work with you, let us make a difference here. It's easy, you know. So that's the key. If you go into church, make sure that it's a place where God is and that He called you in there, and not you saw them nice girls stepping in there and you think, I want one of them. Or one of them boys, you know, with a nice Mercedes Benz out there, or the girl with a big job up so you see, like, I'm going to sit down next to a church and play like I'm studying scripture and everything, she like that, and then we start exchanging ideas, and then we go to the restaurant, and then next thing you know, we get married. You know, no, that's not what it's about, man. You go there to meet with God and to get instructed as to what you need to do.